Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayla. Feel free to subscribe before you leave. I make new videos here on my channel every week, or at least I try to. So today I'm going to be reviewing the GLO Minerals Luxe Foundation. I have been using this for about a week and a half now, and I am pretty much a self-proclaimed foundation hoarder or addict, or any word that you can describe a person that loves foundation so much and tries so many of them. So for me, I pretty much know if I love a foundation or if I hate it after the first day of wear. And like I said, I've been testing this out for about a week and a half, so I have formed a pretty strong opinion about it that I thought I would share with you guys today. And if you are new to my channel, I'll give you a little rundown on my skin just in case you are new and you don't have any idea about my skin type. I do have dry skin, but I also have very hormonal, almost mature skin. I actually treat my skin in my skincare regimen as I have more mature or aging skin. I do have quite a bit of fine lines like right through here, a lot of discoloration around this area. I have enlarged pores right here and right through here. And I do suffer from the occasional breakout. As you guys can see, I have a little friend that decided to come play today. So my skin definitely isn't perfect. I do struggle with hyperpigmentation, enlarged pores, dryness, and fine lines and all of that. Out of all of the makeup products, I would have to say foundation is my absolute favorite because I feel like getting that nice even canvas is key to the way the rest of your makeup is going to wear and apply. So I decided to test out this foundation. Again, this is by GLO Minerals. This is the Luxe Foundation. It does come in a glass bottle, which I like. I actually like a foundation that comes in a glass bottle, especially at this price point. And this is actually more of like a frosted glass, which I think is pretty. And it does come with a pump, which if you've watched my channel, you guys know I'm a huge pump advocate on foundations. But the only thing with this foundation being in a pump is that this foundation formula is actually super runny and liquidy, so it tends to get really cakey and messy right through here. If you actually don't wipe off all of the foundation on the back of your hand or with a towel, whatever's left in here will actually just continue to drip and create like this huge mess at the top. So just keep that in mind because the formulation is so runny. I also love the fact at the bottom of the bottle, it does come with the expiration date, which I've never seen a foundation have on it before. It's typed where you can clearly see what the expiration date is. So this one actually expires 9 of 2019, which I thought was so awesome that they put that there because so many of us wear foundations that are so expired, but we just never know. So I just thought that that was a cool little, addition that they added on there. So this is supposed to be a broad spectrum SPF of 18 foundation, which is great because you do get your SPF in it. And it also has anti-aging properties and diamond powder technology. I'm not exactly sure the details of the diamond powder technology, but after wearing it for a week and a half like I have, I would definitely say the diamond powder helps to reflect the light off the face, which is probably what kind of like blurs and diffuses the imperfections on the face. So I'm assuming that I'm a huge fan of this diamond powder technology that is incorporated in this. As far as price goes, this foundation does retail for $56, which is pretty expensive. It's definitely more on the higher end side of a foundation price point. It does come in 7 other different shades, so the entire range has 8 shades in it, which in my opinion is actually pretty limited. But this one in the shade Brulee actually matches me pretty perfectly, and I can actually get away with this when I'm not so self-tanned and when I'm actually really self-tan, like I am today. Hopefully the camera's picking up my tan, just by adding more bronzer or less bronzer. But the undertone in this seems to be like pretty chameleon with my, my actual skin color, whether I'm lighter or I'm darker. So before getting too much into my thoughts on the foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the demo now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. So just click the red subscribe button down below and let's go ahead and get started. And I did apply a primer today. I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I will go ahead and say that I do prefer this foundation with a primer. On myself personally, I do have dry skin, and while this is a very like liquidy, dewy foundation, I still prefer a primer because I do have a lot of enlarged pores on my face. Plus, I feel like this Photo Finish Primer Water actually helps the foundation stay on a little bit better because it is so liquidy and runny. This helps to prolong it just a little bit. So I did apply that to my face, and that's what's kind of like setting in right now. And then right in the areas that I do have more enlarged pores, which is like right here and then right through here, my pores are a little larger for some reason right now. So I went ahead and applied the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. This is supposed to be pore minimizing and strobing. So 2 things that I love in one primer. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty blender, and then I just press it into the product like that. And then I just like to go ahead and start pressing it on to one side of my face. With this foundation in particular, I like to do one side first and then the other side. And because I did use a beauty blender, I am, getting a little bit less product on my face with one pump, which is kind of wasteful, but I just feel like the application is just a lot better. I feel like when I use a brush with this foundation, I get a little streaky, which I don't want, so I just prefer to use the Beauty Blender with this. And you can already see this is one pump of the foundation that you guys saw me put on the back of my hand, and it is very full coverage already. I don't think I would recommend any more than a pump or a pump and a half of the foundation, because I feel like it could start to look a little not heavy or cakey because it is very lightweight, but it would just look like you have a lot of makeup on your face as the day goes on. And the cool thing about this foundation, I think it has something to do with the diamond powder that's in it. I don't really know too much about the diamond powder technology, but I will say the way that this foundation kind of reflects light is absolutely beautiful, which I feel like this isn't even like a full-on full coverage like foundation. It's more of a medium coverage, but I feel like the diamond powder that's in this kind of reflects the light and diffuses your imperfections on your face, which makes it look full coverage and just really, really beautiful. So I think that whatever they put in this, whatever diamond powder technology that they have, I think it's really awesome, and it just makes your face look very youthful. It honestly just gives a very like skin-like finish, which I really like, but I'm also a fan of coverage, so I love that this has both of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side. One pump of the foundation, then just wipe off the rest. For me, this is a great everyday foundation because, again, it's super easy to apply. You just, pump it on the back of your hand and then press it in with the Beauty Blender, but it gives me the results that I love because I still look very glowy and hydrated, but I also get a really nice coverage, so it's gonna last a full work day. If you are someone that does have oily skin, I feel like you're gonna feel like a grease mess. I'm just gonna be really honest. I have known people that have oily skin that do like this foundation, but if we're gonna be real, you're gonna have to powder with this. Like, there's no way around it. If you're gonna be using like a more like luminous powder, I feel like you could maybe get away with this, but if you are someone with oily skin or acne prone skin, I don't know that you would love this because I have dry skin, and to me this foundation is very luminous and radiant, which I personally love because my skin is not those things. But if you do have oily skin, you already have enough oil and luminosity going on your face, so I don't know how much more you would like. I personally, with my dry skin, love the finish of this. It does transfer, I'm not gonna lie, it will get all over your clothes if you don't set those areas that are gonna be touching clothing, or if you don't powder, which I like to powder right here just because I'm prone to like collars and things like that could get the foundation on them. So just keep that in mind, but the finish of it is absolutely beautiful. Like you guys just saw, this is just one layer of the foundation on my face, and it has a beautiful coverage, and I feel like my skin just looks very healthy and radiant and skin-like. And it doesn't emphasize any of my pores, my fine lines, anything like that. If anything, I would say that it's really good at kind of like diffusing or kind of camouflaging those imperfections that I have on my face, which are fine lines. I have like a few little wrinkles right through here. I have a lot of darkness and dark spots through this part of my face, and I feel like it does a really good job of just diffusing it and making it look like it's not even there. So I think this is a great foundation for someone with mature skin or dry skin, oily skin. I honestly, in my opinion, wouldn't use this on someone with oily skin, but if you're someone with oily skin that likes to look really like dewy, like really, really dewy, then I would say that this would be a great foundation for coverage. So I'm actually in the middle of doing a get ready with me on this look in a different video. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that video, and then I will come back with the rest of my makeup on and give you my final thoughts. So this is what the foundation looks like with all of the other makeup applied over top of it. I think it looks really pretty. The other products did go over top of it really well. I will say I did have to set the areas that I did apply bronzer. If not, it kind of moves the foundation around, which is obviously what I don't want. It kind of defeats the purpose of even putting foundation on, which I would say would be one like downside of this foundation. It is very transferable, but that is what you're gonna find when you go for more like luminous or dewy foundations. So I would definitely recommend using a primer with this foundation. The one that I've been using lately is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this because it kind of adheres to the foundation and locks it in place. And I feel like I get a little bit of a longer wear time when I do use this duo. And actually without the primer, this would only last me about 6 hours. And when I use it with the primer, it will last me about 7.5 hours. The area that I start to notice it kind of fading away, it doesn't break up, but it just kind of like, dissipates, would be this area area right here, which I'm sure is from like my hair touching it and things like that throughout the day, but it also starts to break up right in this area. So just a little FYI, I don't feel like this is a great foundation for a like long work day or like an event or anything like that, where you're gonna have to have it on for the entire day, like 12 hours. But it is definitely a great foundation for just like everyday wear, or if you know, are gonna have like a special event that's a short amount of time. Like I said, I've been wearing it for a week and a half. Basically ever since I got it, I've been wearing it every single day. It gives me the glow that I want, like the healthy radiance, but it also gives me the coverage that I prefer. And hopefully you guys can see on camera how beautiful it is. I just feel like it's very skin-like. It doesn't look heavy or cakey, and I just feel like it's so pretty. So honestly, I really think the downsides would be the cost. It's $56, it's very expensive, but for me, a foundation is what I like to splurge on, because I feel like if I have that nice even canvas, the rest of my products that I'm gonna apply over top are gonna perform so much better. And I definitely feel like I would repurchase this foundation at a $56 price point, which says a lot, because I do try a lot of foundations from the drugstore and higher end, and this one is just a really good one for someone with dry skin or more mature skin. The other negative would be how it transfers so much. I know it can just be annoying. I'm not sure how well this is gonna hold up in the summer when it's like a lot more hot and humid, but I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. And then the only other kind of like downside I could say about this is how runny it is, and it kind of creates a mess. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you keep the top clean so that you're not, you know, wasting products. But other than that, I think it is a beautiful foundation. It just looks so like radiant and flawless and just very skin-like. So I'm a huge fan of it because I do have dry skin. If you are someone with oily skin, I personally wouldn't recommend it to you, but I do know people that have oily skin that actually like this. So if you are someone that likes a very glowy foundation and you have oily skin, maybe you would like this. But for someone with more mature skin or dry skin, I would definitely recommend this. So I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. And please be sure to let me know what other foundations you guys would like me to check out and review here on my channel. And again, if you're not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.